Hey guys, welcome to episode 14 of the second season here at FTC Köln. We have 2 episodes remaining as we stand for the rest of this season, the month of April and the month of May. However, should we win this game, this semi-final of the Deutsche Pokal, we will have a one-off final special at the end of the season. But it all depends on what happens in that game. We're going to be simming the first 2, Freiburg and Hanover, and then playing Schalke and Bayern, as well as that semi-final against Wolfsburg. So hopefully we can get some decent results in the opening 2 games of the episode. I'm obviously not going to be taking any international managers' jobs at this stage. I will be looking to do that at the end of Season 3, though, for the World Cup in 2022, which is licensed in the Realism mod. Now, we sit 4 points short of the European spots currently. That could all change very, very quickly. We are 10 points short of a Champions League spot. That's a big ask, but if we can get ourselves into a Europa League spot, I'd be absolutely thrilled, or at the very least, into a spot similar to last season where we were able to get ourselves Europa League football via a league finish. Good to see Mitchell Weiser give us a 1-0 lead there after half an hour. Not so good to see Haraguchi equalise 11 minutes later. Hopefully we can get ourselves a winner in the second half. 25 to go. Weiser injured, but able to continue. 10 minutes, come on lads. Let's sneak a winner, shall we? Trezeguet! We do get a winner against Hanover. 2-1. Superb. Cotsiello's pleased to be back in the lineup. I mean, he's not been out of the lineup, so I'm quite concerned. 3 days with a dead leg for Mitchell Weiser. That's completely manageable. And we might well have drastically boosted our chances of finishing in a European spot in a league position. Because as you could see here, Leipzig have dropped points, and we're now just 2 points short of them in 6th. Still 10 points up to Wolfsburg in 4th as Leverkusen and they actually are battling it out for 3rd place, just as Dortmund and Bayern are battling it out for top spot. Only a point between them at this stage. Freiburg are the next team. We've had a transfer offer for Cordoba. He's valued at 18.5 million now, as obviously he's gone up in rating. He was valued at 14.5 million. He's actually grown from 79 to 80. And now he's worth a little bit more. Now, again, I wouldn't expect San Jose Earthquakes to be able to afford his wages. He is transfer listed, so hopefully they'll at least come up a little bit higher. Give me 16, maybe? I don't expect them to pay much more than that. 15.6. We'll accept that. Hopefully they can afford his wages. I doubt it, though, as Houston Dynamo, another MLS team, weren't able to afford his wages. But time will tell. Hopefully other teams drop points on this match day as well, and we're able your contract, we'll get to it soon enough. I don't want to be distracted at the moment by contracts. Let's see if we can get a victory here. They lost 5-0 to Leverkusen and 4-1 to Wolfsburg, so they are not in good form, Freiburg, in the last few games. They did manage to get themselves a point in their last fixture, but having been conceding that number of goals recently, I'd like to think we could get ourselves a win here. And Cotsiello starts the second half off very, very well indeed, giving us a 1-0 lead 3 minutes into that second period. And with 20 minutes to go, we're still holding on to that lead. If we can continue that for the final 5, it's back-to-back victories for us. Superb. Absolutely thrilled with that. And into 6th we go, although it needs to make a new start. Yeah, I know. It was inevitable. I am trying to move you on. Transfer for Podolski. No, we've decided we're going to let Lucas retire at the club. But Cordoba hopefully will move on now. Now, Leipzig have a game in hand, but we are now up into 6th. Still, though, 10 points short of 4th. So it's looking ever so unlikely now that we're going to get Champions League football next year, but ever more likely that we could get Europa League football via the league finish, regardless of what happens in the Deutsche Pokal. It will be FTC Schalke next for us, who are mid-table-ish, I think. Yes, slap bang, middle table in 10th. So let's see what we can do in against them. That's also away from home, I think. Another transfer offer, Lucas Podolski. Actually, I think I might need to take him off the transfer list. I'll do that now, and I'll see you in the game against Schalke. That one's away. The only, as far as I can remember, the only home game of the episode is the one against Bayern, which is the one that we're least likely to win. £25 million bid for Skiri, which we shall reject. Still not wanting to let him go yet before we know exactly what we want to do next season. You're too valuable, Lucas. I really, really want to see you retire at the club that you adore. Portable transfer talks broke down because they can't afford his wages, probably. Right, press conference time. And then it's time to tackle FC Schalke. No team managed to beat you so far to keep to, or we hope to keep the streak going. We believe we can continue the run. Certainly. We've gone a few games without a defeat now. Obviously, we picked up a few defeats in a row not too long ago. You're up by 1 goal in the previous match. Looking into perspective, what do you think of that goal, considering that close call motivates us to perform better this time? We won the previous match and we'll do it again. With the curtain about to fall on the Bundesliga season, it looks like your team lost ground on the UEFA Europa League spot. Do you think you can still make it? We'll fight to the end, certainly. That must mean that Leipzig won their game in hand. We will have a quick check of the league table just to confirm that. And indeed they... Oh no, they drew. So they're level on points with us, but above us on goal difference by +7. So it's not too far away. +7. We are still 8 points shy of 4th, and 10 points shy of 4th and 8 points shy of 5th. But level on points with Leipzig. Frankfurt, they're on 47 as well, so it's going to be real touch and go for that final Europa League spot. Fingers crossed, we can be the ones to get it. Nubel in goal for Schalke. 4 at the back, Chip Kamandi, Nunez and Caligiuri, Mascarell and Rudy holding, Raman, Grealish and Schürpf with Ut up top. Obviously, last time we played Schalke, I pointed out that Grealish didn't have his new game face. He does have his new game face, but I've since learned that it's only, or the new star heads, new player faces are only effective in new saves. And that update is out on console now, and it came out yesterday on Xbox and PlayStation 4. So if you start new career mode saves on FIFA 20, then they will now have the new player faces, in which Jack Grealish is included. Also, Ansu Fati and Camavinga, the young Stade Rennais player that's making a bit of a name for himself in France, are now available as 16-year-olds in the career mode database. But obviously they're not available in this save, as obviously this is a save that was already created when they came out. That was Jack Grealish's old game face there, as he was having the first chance of the game. Just thought I'd update you guys on that, as there was plenty of questions about it on social media and in the comments section. No news as of yet about the issues with big teams just running away with the league and winning almost every single game, but EA are aware of it, and hopefully we'll have some news to share on that at some point soon, but no promises as of yet. But continuing forward here in this game, hopefully we can get ourselves 3 points. If we win as many games as we possibly can between now and the end of the season, then we should end up with a Europa League spot in the league and potentially a German domestic cup victory as well. But we are going to have to be at our very best. We've won a couple of simulated games today, but... Oh, Horn got a hand to that. But we are going 1-0 down here against FC Schalke. He smashed that home at the near post. Dropped the shoulder on me here, and I thought he's going to play it inside, so I went to commit, and he didn't. He turned, and I'm pretty sure Timo Horn got a hand to that, but couldn't keep it out. Smashed at the near post there by Raman, and yeah, big hand to it, Timo Horn, but only knocks it up further into the net. 1-0 down, not the start we needed. Grealish through the gap nicely, looking for Schürpf. Drops the shoulder. Was given away, but Verstraete actually delivered it straight to the man that the pass was initially meant for, and that's a decent delivery, and Timo Horn can only bat that away. Mitchell Weiser will tidy up and will come away on the counter. He's away, driving at pace. Cotsiello's there. Not Cotsiello, Luca Bacchio. Cotsiello is actually there now, but Mitchell Weiser is the man that's arriving around the outside. And it is Cotsiello in the middle here. I'm going to try and pull this back looking for Luca Bacchio, who's found well, but that touch is pretty diabolical, as was the clearance, and Verstraete can bring that down. We might yet have the opportunity of an equalising goal. Trezeguet into Kainz. Oh, I should have turned before passing. Unfortunately, gifted them possession back. We've won it back ourselves, though. Luca Bacchio going to need support. Here it is. Marin Kainz drops the shoulder. Lukebakio's making the run, and we'll look to bend it from the edge of the box, and it's a good save by Nubel that denies us that equalising goal. We'll whip it towards the edge of the 6-yard box here. Up we go with Lukebakio and Mascarell. Bring that down, please, Mitchell. Oh, he did, but not very well. Kainz. Weiser actually needs to find the right pass at the right time. Cotsiello's touch was quite heavy there, but Mitchell Weiser looking to drive around the outside, and he's in the box here. Mitchell Weiser equalises. Very good goal. 1-1 in the 35th minute. We're back in this game. Come on, let's get ourselves this goal to go in front. Been playing well in this one so far, but can't force this second goal. Strata wins that back nicely. Let's go straight to Lukebakio there. Trezeguet made a great run. Mitchell Weiser's making a decent run, and he's free on this near side. I'll play it inside, and Kainz misses the target inexplicably. He has to get that at least between the sticks to force an issue from the keeper. That's a terrible effort. Throwback. Nice header into Mascarell. Jack Grealish fires it into Bergstaller. Well struck. Very well struck. But thankfully, not finding the back of the net. Schindler has the pace to get away here. Too quick for his own good almost in that situation. Almost ended up running straight into the Schalke man. Here's Bergstaller. Read that ball roll. 2 minutes added on, and that's going to be game. It's a 1-1 draw at the Veltins Stadion. Not Veltins Stadion. Veltins Arena. That's what Schalke's ground's called. It's a 1-1 draw at the Veltins Arena, frustratingly. It was a very even game, actually. They had a lot more of the ball than me, and I just couldn't quite do enough with it. Let's have a look. Leipzig won, annoyingly. Dortmund won. Frankfurt, though, I think lost, which helps, but obviously it's Leipzig above us that we were chasing. Verstraete is continuing to play well. Got to keep the momentum going. Can't let performances drop off. Still on an unbeaten run. We have what it takes to keep it going, but we need to get those wins, not draws. Once you got the equaliser, did you expect to win? We have no excuses. Yes, I expected to win today. I did expect to win. We weren't able to pull it off, unfortunately, but nevertheless, we have to drive forward, be positive, because it's Wolfsburg at home next. Actually, we do have one more home game outside of the Bayern one. I thought the cup game was away. Wolfsburg at home, German Cup semi-final for the chance of a spot in Europe via a potential final appearance and or cup win. Let's raise morale a little bit if we can. On paper, it looks like Wolfsburg and Köln are similar in terms of ability, how you approach the match. Mustn't underestimate them, certainly. They're above us in the league, and despite being at home, they are going to be a very tough test. Do you reckon the location of the match important factor of the team's performance? Home stadium means a morale boost, certainly. Playing at home is definitely good. Your team is basking in great form. I don't know about great form. We can do even better, definitely. Good form, but not great form. It's not like we're on a run of 10 straight victories or anything. Wolfsburg, where are they in the league? They are in a Champions League playing position, I think. Or they were. Yeah, they're 4th at the minute. We're 12 points away from that now, with only 12 points available. So it's going to be 6th or nothing, I think. 6th, 7th or 8th so far for us this season, and hopefully it'll be 6th. But we've got this cup semi-final, to come next. And Dortmund must have beaten Bayern then. It did. It's Dortmund or Mönchengladbach. So if we win this game, we will be guaranteed Europa League football, because Dortmund and Borussia Mönchengladbach, above us in the league, will be in a European paying spot already. So ourselves as the finalists will get European football. But we've got to beat Wolfsburg first, and obviously it'd be nice to do it via the league finish or do it via winning the cup. But easier said than done. Let's start with the semi-final and take it one game at a time. Wolfsburg's team then. Koen Casteels in goal for them. Weghorst up top. João Roussillon involved as well. Robin Knocker at the back. Is Roussillon playing in midfield? He is. It's a 3 at the back. Udikoy Tisserand and Robin Knocker. Gerhardt and Schlager holding. Weghorst up top with Asala and Neziri either side of him. We have tended to play well against 3 at the back formations, but it depends how active the wing backs or right and left mid are in tracking back, because a 3 at the back can very soon become a 5 at the back and pretty difficult to get past if they have the work rate and determination to go at both ends of the field. It's not going to be an easy game, this one. But we are at home and we want to perform for the home fans and get ourselves through to that final, most importantly. So fingers crossed we can do that. Can't remember what the last game or last result was against Wolfsburg in the league, but they're obviously having a better season than us domestically because they're higher than us in the league table. They're in a Champions League position. We are only in a Europa League spot. Well, no, actually only chasing Europa League spot. Not in that Europa League spot yet. Hopefully by the end of the season we will be, though. For Strata, I'll look for Kainz again. And on his weaker left foot, he's hit the post. Oh, I say weaker left foot. It's 5 stars. That's the earliest we've come to a goal so far. And the closest either side have come in the opening 15 minutes. Haidara trying to work something. Gerhardt to Haidara again. Give me that ball. He's gotten past me. Thankfully, he's loose with his pass. Oh, if only that effort. Only that effort from Florian Kainz got in. Loose pass. Weghorst has got support here from Szoboszlai, who's turned well. Weghorst, he's offside. Surely Naziri he was, thankfully, but the save was made anyway by Timo Horn. Ooh, end-to-end stuff. This could be quite the action-packed semi-final. Inside to Verstrata again. Kainz trying to ride the challenge but can't and are in trouble. Do need to make sure that we don't push our wing-backs further forward because they're going to have 3 forward at all times constantly. And they could get us overpowered with numbers in the forward 3. Corner to come in here from Gerhardt. And it's a decent whip. And away by Trezeguet. It might be Luca Bacchio actually. Here's Trezeguet regardless. On the ball now. Luca Bacchio. Weiser. Through the gap to Ahizabwe. And we're in. Jerome Rousseau a little bit quick though, isn't he really? Ahizabwe turns inside. He's quite strong too. Kainz looking for Trezeguet. Can we hit that first time? Can't even get to it, unfortunately. Win that header, please. Ahizabwe. Kainz. Luca Bacchio. One way, then the other. Can't sell the defender though for Strata. Cozziello. Luca Bacchio back to his feet. Kainz working this about well. Come on then. Let's end with a chance on goal, please. No, Luca Bacchio loses possession again. They're marking so very tightly back there. And this is what I was concerned about. Outnumbered at the back. Wing-backs push forward. Thankfully, Jorge Mera stands firm. I'm going to have to adjust my tactics, I think, to ensure that the wing-backs don't leave me high and dry at the back there. We just knocked that through. No. Really end-to-end game now. You can see, again, the 3 just left forward. I'm going to have to pause it. I can't wait till half-time to change these tactics. It's going to have to happen now. We may even go 1-0 down here. Good save by Timo Horn. Weghorst wins a header and gets the 3rd follow-up. And we're 1-0 down in the semi-final. Could he have been any luckier? Go away. Cielo to Luca Bacchio. You can see top left. We're yet to have a shot on target in this game. We've hit the post through Florian Kainz. But yet to test the keeper with a shot between the sticks. Lovely turn by Verstrata. Can we do that now? No, it's blocked. Brilliant run by man in the middle. I've changed my defensive instructions now, so my wing-backs will not push forward. It's knowing where to go with these passes. Kainz is there. It's a good turn. I'm going to use the run of Cozziello in the middle as... Oh, distraction, but I just can't get the shot away. We've been playing really well. I cannot get this chance, clear-cut opportunity I'm waiting for to get a goal. Big 45 minutes coming up now. He's away with the throw into Cozziello. So if things aren't difficult enough at the minute. Bayern Munich next. Buzzing. Can't wait for that. Play Luca Bacchio back in, then we could be in here. He's going to take it around the keeper and bury it. Luca Bacchio brings us back level just 9 minutes into the second half. Get involved! Let's go! We need another, though. We need another. Time to kick on. Inside to Gerhardt. Trying to firm up now. Hold on to this 1-1 scoreline. And then catch them on the counter. Dominating possession hasn't really worked for us in this game so far. We've been able to get ourselves level, but they're the ones that arguably being the more dangerous in front of goal, countering on us. So If we could just weather a storm of them sat on the edge of our box, then maybe pouncing up the other end is the way forward for us. Work for them. Will it work for me? Kynes. Lift that looking for Luca Bacchio, who was onside. Dodi Luca Bacchio. Oh, buries it. A quick fire turnaround. Köln 2. 65th minute. Come on. We need that European football. And if we win this game, we will get it. Oh, his arm's not gone round his friend's neck too well. What he's trying to do is put his arm around his head like that and be like, way! But actually he's got his arm inside his mate's head. That's not gone well. That finish from Luca Bacchio went well though. 2-1 Köln! El Nasiri, Haidara. Come on. Don't let them back in it now. We've worked so hard to get ourselves in front in this game after going 1-0 down. I do not want to let this slip. Make your own Stevie G remarks. Özcan driving forward. Skiri's with me. Luca Bacchio is there. We'll use Kynes though, who spun brilliantly. Florian Kynes looking to get in behind. Has he got the legs? Foul! Tisserand! It looked like a bit of a dive from Florian Kynes. Didn't really catch him, but he's thrown his arms up and gone to ground. A yellow card for the Wolfsburg defender. And we have a penalty to seal our place in the Deutsche Pokal final. You just kind of slid next to me, and it's only the arm that's caught the heel of the attacker, and he threw himself to ground. It was barely near him, to be fair. Luca Bacchio, 69 pens. Is he your best penalty taker? Appears so. I'm going to try and slot it low in this corner. Quite a bit of power on it, but I'll try and time it. Oh, beautifully tucked away. We're going to the German Cup final. To Luca Bacchio. In the end, it's looking like it's going to be one of the strongest victories of our season. And it did not start that way. Don't know how much of an influence the change in individual instructions made with regards to the wing-backs, because they've not been as offensive in this second half as they were in the first, or up until I made that change. So I don't know, has it actually made too much of a difference? I don't think I'll be continuing with those tactics moving forward. But another hat-trick for Luca Bacchio. He's done it again. In back-to-back episodes, it's a hat-trick for Luca Bacchio. Unreal. The man is on fire right now. And we are through to the Deutsche Pokal final. What a hero Luca Bacchio is turning out to be this season. We thought we might need to bring Rafael Leao into the club to try and turn around our offensive fortunes. Luca Bacchio is doing exactly that himself. Hopefully next season, with the dynamic potential, he will push even further and drastically improve the upper reaches of what his rating could get to. Verstraete, love Verstraete, don't they? Must keep the momentum going. Let me check actually. Let me see what Luca Bacchio's potential by default actually is. His default potential is 82. Default potential is 82. There is plenty more he could go. Looks like it was a role model for the rest of the team. I mean, back-to-back hat-tricks. You can't really argue against that, can you? If his potential was 82, he's up to 79 currently. Next season, taking into account the season he's had this year, he could be absolutely massive for us going forward. Prize money of £2.6 million. That will come in handy next year. We are now in the Deutsche Pokal final. Özcan wants to play. I'll consider it, but I don't think he'll... Well, he won't start, that's for sure. But he might feature with Cotsiello not being on full fitness. We sit 2 points behind Leipzig moving into this game. Bayern sit 1 point behind the still unbeaten Borussia Dortmund at the top of the table. Now, last time we played Bayern, it didn't go well, and it was in the middle of a real bad run of form. I need better this time around. We've been good at home. Let's keep that going. Neuer in goal for Bayern, as expected. Pavard, Hernandez, Söller and Kimmich, with Javi Martinez and Corentin Tolisso. Then Gnabry, Bruno Fernandes and Kingsley Coman, and then Iñaki Williams, as expected, up top through the middle for them. They've Alaba, Thiago, Lauren, Boateng, Verratti and Anisiwo on the bench, as well as Ulreich in goal. They put 4 past me last time we played them. I think we... Did we go 1-0 up and then 4-1 down and then pulled it back to 4-2? I can't quite recall, but I'm pretty sure we lost by quite the margin, and it was not the... Oh, why? Lukebakio could easily have given us a 1-0 lead there. Why he didn't go for that with his head? Tried to swivel and... That's strange. Really odd animation selection from the CPU for me there. Frustratingly. Kites, I'm actually going to try and lift this for Trezeguet in behind, but Kingsley Coman has the legs to get back there. He's pretty damn fast. I've got a couple of quick Kingsleys of my own, but neither are as quick as Coman. Kimi on the run down the left-hand side. Verstraeten's trying to close him down. It's a decent ball, and Bruno Fernandes knocks it. Whoa! A clean enough strike from Corentin Tolisso. Driven hard and low. Brilliant technique, and initially it was on target, but it swept away, as you can see from the replay angle there. Good angle for it, actually. Bayern, rather understandably, starting off on the front foot and looking the more likely to score. Although, Kites can find Cozziello here. Benjamin Pavard trying to keep with me. Vice actually was Bruno Fernandes. Here's Benjamin Pavard. That's a foul. That'll be a free kick. Not the great position for it, to be fair. Pavard, I could maybe try and isolate Benjamin Pavard on this right-hand side now. And maybe, threatening with a red card. That's not where I aimed at all. You saw me aim it to the edge of the box to play a pass short, and he's kicked it straight forward. Well, I need everything to go in my favour to even stand a chance against Bayern Munich, and that's not going to help. Nick Williams out here to Serge Gnabry. Bruno Fernandes back down the line to Pavard, who I will now try and isolate. If I can get Bayern down to 10 men, you never know what could happen. Here's Bruno Fernandes. Oh, Iñaki Williams. What a block by Katterbach. Was it Katterbach or was it the keeper? Kingsley Coman. Oh, it's Katterbach. That is superb. Really strange animation from Timo Horn, but that was ridiculous from Katterbach. What a block. 20 minutes in, Bruno Fernandes to deliver a good corner, and Luca Hernandez heads that straight at Timo Horn. Forward there to Lukebakio. Through looking for Trezeguet, and it will find him. Oh, and who was it? Was in the middle there? I think it was Verstraeten. He was in a great position, and then just stopped running. Lukebakio with the save. It's going to fall to Florian Kites. He can't score either. Oh my God. How have we not taken the lead there? I think it was Verstraeten in the middle. It was in a... No, it might have been Cozziello. It was in a brilliant position, unmarked, and just didn't attack the box. He turned around and went back the other way. I could have potentially crossed the ball to him or passed the ball to him, and he'd have been in a brilliant position to just tuck home. Oh, so frustrating. Fighting tooth and nail to try and keep ourselves in this game, and then you get the chance to go up the other end and lead it. We've thrown it away. I felt constantly pinned this entire game. I'm still fuming about not scoring at the end of the first half there. Oh, just can't get rid of it. Haven't had the opportunity to really open them up enough times to feel confident that we can get something from this. When you spend almost all of the first half on the edge of it. No, the deflection. Oh my God, I thought it was going to take it in the bottom corner. If you can take any solace from this game whatsoever. Oh, it just hit me in the chest. It was very nearly handball. We saw a penalty given in the previous episode recently for handball against Jorge Mera. We've got to be careful. That's another thing to add to the mix here when we're pinned in our own box. With so many bodies, so many arms flying around. Someone's end up on the floor. Anything can happen when this header... Kingsley Coman has! But he's missed the target. He's offside as well. This is tough. He's with the throw. Got to knock the men back now, Bayern. They're seemingly just as worried about me scoring as I am them. Kingsley Coman forward to Iñaki Williams. Now this is what I'm worried about, getting caught on the counter with their pace. Thankfully, we've slowed them down. Penalty for Mönchengladbach against Dortmund. That could be huge for the top of the table, especially with Bayern dropping points here. Oh, the goalkeeper read it. Saved by Berkey. 2-1 to Dortmund still. So they will extend their lead at the top of the table if we can hold on to this result against Bayern Munich, we might be helping decide the league title in this game, let alone our own future. Down the line there to Kingsley Schindler. Let's go, Kingsley. It's Kimmich and Süle that are with me. Kingsley Schindler to maybe... Oh, ref! Penalty given! I was just settling myself and I saw the challenge coming. I thought, well, I'll just wait. If he misses me, I can still shoot. If he catches me, I've got a pen. And it's a straight red for Niklas Süle as well. Verratti, you saw him fly out of frame there, furious. He's caught me. This is a definite penalty for Strata stepping up. Luca Bacchio took a penalty in the last game and scored it, though. And I'm going to go the same way. And we're going to do the same thing again and time it. And he's tucked it away as well. Yes, we might be about to beat Bayern. We might be about to beat Bayern. Let's go. Oh, final whistle goes pretty much immediately after kickoff. We did it. We've done the impossible. We've beaten Bayern Munich. That might be the result that seals our European future. I can't quite believe we've done it. We've pulled it off. Definitely done a job on them. But I mentioned about maybe getting Pavard sent off. In the end, it was Niklas Süle, but they did go down to 10 men. Unbeaten. We're unbeaten for a reason. We have what it takes. We're not obsessed. We have what it takes. We've got Wolfsburg. I can't remember who the final 2 games of the season are against. We've got Wolfsburg next in match day 31. It's a very tight match right until the end. Your team managed to score the win in the last minutes of the match. Luck was on your side. Sometimes you need a bit of luck. We did need a bit of luck, but it was the substitution and the extra pace and fresh legs of Kingsley Schindler that made the difference, that led to the penalty being won. You won today, but barely. Are you pleased with the result? I'm delighted with the win against Bayern Munich. Are you serious? Why would you even ask me that question? What has that done for the league table? We're still 7th. We're locked. Disappointed not to play. You did. I bought you off the bench, pal. What are you talking about? Transfer for Cordoba. Fenerbahce offered me 17.9. I'm just going to accept that and make sure we get the potential deal. And they should be able to afford his wages. We're locked on points with Leipzig. Locked on points with Leipzig. Goal difference, the deciding factor again. They've dropped more points. And we've Wolfsburg and 2 other games in tomorrow's episode. Then we'll have the Cup final special against Borussia Dortmund. The day after that, it's Leverkusen and Hertha Berlin. Now, Wolfsburg and Leverkusen are both above us. We may well have decided the league title by beating Bayern. They're now 4 points behind Dortmund. And we may well decide who finishes in the Champions League spots, because we've got Leverkusen and Wolfsburg, who are 3rd and 4th in the final 3 games of the season. And Mönchengladbach are only a point currently behind Wolfsburg, even though they have that game in hand. It may well be goal difference between Leverkusen and Wolfsburg. It's certainly goal difference between ourselves and Leipzig right now. And Leipzig have Stuttgart, Freiburg, and... Where are you, Leipzig? And Hoffenheim. So they have 14th place, 16th place, and 17th place. It's going to take a monumental overturn for us to finish any higher than 7th again this year, but we will give it our absolute best shot. And then it's a cup final after that. Drop today's video a like if you enjoyed. Do make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the season finale tomorrow. It's going to go down to the wire again, as it did last year. I'll see you tomorrow.